So the left back sorted. And the funny thing is, I don't even think it's the best signing we're going to make this transfer window. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 12th episode of the FM23 Manchester United Beta Save without Cristiano Ronaldo and with me, Raxo FM, where today it is the January transfer window and we are versing Tottenham and Liverpool in two crucial games in the Premier League as we have slipped out of top four, which is concerning, but we will get back if we manage to beat Liverpool today. If you are excited to find out who we have signed in this transfer window and who we are planning on signing, because to be honest, there are some massive players coming into this football club. Please make sure you do smash the like button, as well as subscribing to the Alex FM YouTube channel so you don't miss more Football Manager content. And can we please smash 10 likes on today's video? I have a like target for a reason. And can I just say, the support on last video, the last Manchester United Beta Save video, was insane. You guys love Ramses, and I've realised I'm not saying his name correctly. It's Rasmus, but I'm probably gonna keep calling him Ramses because, oh, maybe I will call it Rasmus, but I will mistake it every couple of minutes. Okay, so since last time we saw each other, transfers are being made, and the only one that's come in is Josko Gilavoldi. I don't think that's how you say it, but I've seen people say it. I feel like I know how to say it, but no, I have no idea. The left back from Croatia, or centre back, he's so good though. 4-star current ability, comes in for just £54 million. I say just, it could rise to 79, but even that, of course, is such a good deal for such a young, elite centre-back who is going to slot into that left-back spot perfectly for us, play centre-back when we need him to. I just think he's the perfect player for us at this current point in time. Exactly what we need for our squad. And Luke Shaw and Malacia weren't quite up to standard, so he has been brought in. And Malacia has been sold for £32.5 million. Very happy with that profit. He was an average player for us, but definitely could have done a little better if I had played him a bit more, but I'm happy to cash in. Again, another player I'm happy to cash in on was Thomas Lemar. Bought him for 4.7, sold for £31 million. What a deal for us, and I think that Porto can't complain too much, as he's already worth much more than that as well, and going to be an important player for them. Not the only player we sold though, we also managed to get rid of this youngster for £13.25 million. Have no idea how we've managed that, but I'm very happy about that. And you might have sneakily saw, I know in the intro I said he might not be the best signing that we've brought in this left back. I think the best signing we're going to bring in is Jude Bellingham. He is confirmed to have accepted a bid from us. Well, sorry, Borussia Dortmund has. He has accepted the terms. Is it going to go across the line? I'm sure it will. And we will have Jude Bellingham. What a World Cup he had for England, and what a player this man is. I think he's going to be the best player in our squad, and actually could help us push for that top two positions in the second half of the season, because we have a lot of ground to make up. So let's not faff around. Let's jump into the game. And okay, let's faff around a wee bit more, because we do need to get our squad to exactly where we need it to be. Yeah, nah, Hannibal's in best 11. Yeah, great. Okay, actually, Hernandez, Eriksen are all out. Why? Why are you on international duty right now? That's not helpful at all. Okay, in that case, I feel quite rude because Hannibal might be starting. I think I might move Fernandes down, actually, and play Nkunku in there. What is up with this team? Okay, Justin down to here, Demiral in here, Luke Shaw there. Yep, sweet. I think we'll be okay, but that is an interesting spanner in the works that I was really not expecting. I have no idea who Zach. I'm not playing Zach Jones. Sorry. I'm sure I have a better youngster in the ranks that I can call up to play a game for us. Let's go with. I know there's a youngster that has really insane potential. Yeah, let's go Keith McHale, and we'll move him to the first team squad because he's just such a cool player. Rising through the ranks, I think he'll do decent off the bench for us. If we do need him, that should be okay. It's just very odd that we are missing so many players. But I guess this is the team we're going with, though. If you want to take a look at it, you can. But for those of you that don't, let's jump into this game. And let's please beat Tottenham Hotspur. I'm actually not certain where they are in the league. But they can't be doing too bad, because they are probably a decent side at this point in time. I can't see them being a huge amount better than what they are in real life right now, but I also can't see them being a huge amount worse. And actually looking at the sneak peek of the team, it does look fairly unchanged. We've got Harry Kane, Son, Bissouma, Maddison and Young, as well as Udogi, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing all of those names incorrectly, are the only changes they've made, whereas we have got Nkunku, Guehi, Lacroix, the left back, Lafont. I mean, they're not exactly like world beaters, but hey, we've brought in some decent. Actually, what am I on about? We've brought in some very good players, not insane, but very, very good players across the board, and hopefully it's enough to get us across the line today. As Tottenham are down in 11th place right now, so I am feeling confident that we are the better of the two sides. Whether that's going to translate into a win in this game, I do not know, but I'm hoping it will, as they have the first highlight of the game. Bentancur into Ramiro, Bissouma, moving it onto Zhang, a player that I've never heard of in my life, linking up with his Asian partner, and it is Son Heung-min putting the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 in the first 20 minutes of this game. I wasn't expecting that because of the stats that we were seeing and the position in the table that is occurring right now. Can we please get an equaliser here, or at least get a highlight to make me think we have a bit about us to get back into this game? Bruno into Anthony. He could have played it through to Rashford, who was running in, but Sancho picks it up into Bruno, and Bruno, kind of like the Lafont goal, just kind of smashes it against the keeper and has it fall into the back of the net. So a bit of luck for both sides there, a bit of average goalkeeping, but I'm sure both of us will take it when it did occur. And 3 shots to their 6 does suggest that we are the better of the two sides, but whether it's going to transpire as a win for us, we don't know at this point in time. Maddison to whip in a ball. It's coming into Young, but Anthony manages to get it in a promising position to break away. I do think Rashford would have been offside there. Luckily, he doesn't pick up the ball, and hopefully this highlight is going to become ours. Dyer getting pressed. Ramiro getting pressed. I feel like a mistake is coming because of our press. It is almost come there, but now they are breaking away. The mistake never came. Son does not make a mistake, and he smashes it into the top corner. That is unfortunate. 2-1 down, potentially, arguably, against the runner play in this game. 50-50 possession, basically. But we've had the more shots. We've got about the same XG. It's not quite what we want to be seeing in this game. And we do have a tired Nkunku at cam. I do feel like this is exactly the kind of situation where we should be bringing in McHale. I honestly, I've never played him before, but you got to do it in a situation like this. He is getting his Manchester United debut. This is exactly what the world of football was made for. To have a player come onto the bench out of nowhere, come onto the pitch and make a difference, score a goal, turn himself into a superstar at the age of 17. Can he do it? 60 minutes gone, still nothing happening, so we are going to make some more substitutions. Martinez is going to come off. We're going to bring Ceballos. Ceballos does not really play for us, to be fair, actually. Oh, I didn't want any of those changes to take place. I'm going to bring Martinez off, and I'm going to bring Hannibal on, which feels like a very attacking midfield, but it is. Anthony's going to come off, and Diaby's going to come on, and they'll still have 2 substitutes to make in the last couple of minutes. Can we see a highlight for us here? I think it might be a fake one, but we're going to act like it's a real one either way. Dalot moving it up, tries to get it past Maddison, but can't, but receives it straight back. Kane gets it back though. Bentancur moving forward into the channels. Son finding the channel into Zhang, and it was probably a fake highlight, but it created a real highlight, and I'm happy we got away with it. McHale passes it out to Anthony, and that's probably Anthony's last contribution in this game, as we see another highlight. We've got to demand more from the... maybe I'm decide on that after this highlight, actually, because if we score, the demand more seems a little stupid, doesn't it? McHale's in there, doesn't quite get to do anything, and actually Son's in again, and he scores a hat-trick. He scores a hat-trick, and now we have to go attacking. We have to demand more, and we kind of have to make another substitute, I'd say. It's a pity most of them are defensive ones that we can make. Okay, let's bring Justin on, and let's bring Shaw on, moving Lacroix out of the squad, and our new left back into centre back, and see how that does for us. That's all the substitutes made. 20 minutes of football left to play. Let's hope we do score a goal, because against the run of play they have got, well, not really against the run of play, the XG is much higher than us, but it does feel sort of against the run of play to have this many goals conceded in this game. But we have to deal with what we've given, what's happened to us, and I'm hoping that we can score a goal here as Sancho's threaded through, looking for players, but actually goes himself. I think it is a great save there from Lloris. He's brought his body across very well. Yes, it is a save. It's a corner. Not expecting anything to happen from it, and it is calmly collected by Lloris. 15 minutes to go in this game. Come on, we want to see something from you boys. It is a highlight, and I'll take that. Even if we're not on the ball to start off with it, we could be getting it at some point, and we could be getting that goal to get us back into the run of winning this game. Or, drawing is definitely the goal at this point in time. 2 goals down with 12 minutes to go. You can't be asking for anything more than a draw, realistically. Are we going to win it back? We do. And Shaw picks it up. He does pick up the scraps. Back into Lafont. Into our centre-back, left-back. I don't know how to say his name. GV, maybe I'll call him. GV, actually. That makes sense. We can do that. Bruno, moving it forward. Finds Mikhail. Mikhail scores on his debut. I told you it would happen. I mean, I know that we are still losing 3-2. But it's just the way football works, isn't it? It happens in real life all the time too. A youngster comes on out of nowhere and he puts one into the back of the net. This one is a very poor save from Lloris, but it has done enough to get us back into the game with only 10 minutes to go. And Mikhail has certainly introduced himself to English football very, very well. We're going to berate the team, go very attacking, and get rid of this play out from the defence, because we just don't need to do that at this point in time. Come on, let's see another highlight. It is a fake highlight, I think, but I'm definitely treating it like a real highlight at this point in the game. Sancho gets tackled. He's in the right area. Sure, it's cleared. We get it straight back. Hannibal into Diaby. Rashford, he scores. But I think not only is he offside, he is ruining our streak of Rashford goals that is never offside. Rashford has finally scored an offside goal. And that's a streak that I didn't want to end, especially not in that highlight. Come on, let's see one last opportunity for us, boys. I'm going to go even more attacking. Bruno Fernandes to move up. You know, actually, all of them can move into those positions. Let's get them all on shadow striker. Let's get Sancho as an inside forward on attack. I'm not going to bring the defenders up because that's just ridiculous. Even this is quite ridiculous, to be fair. So, you know, if I'm really wanting to not be ridiculous, I probably wouldn't have done this in the first place, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's hope there's a highlight. Can we see something in the last couple of minutes? You're telling me with 4 cams, nothing happens? That's exactly what you're telling me, Football Manager. A 3-2 loss. I mean, I'm chuffed that Mikhail managed to score on his debut, but I am far from pleased with that performance. It's not what we want to be seeing at all. Yeah, that is disappointing to say the least, but it's the way football goes sometimes, and we are still 2 points behind Champions League spots. The board can't be chuffed with that, but I do feel like we can bump ourselves up into those spots very quickly, and actually we can do it straight away by beating Liverpool in this next game. I did not talk about what had happened since last time we saw each other. I played so many games. Oh my goodness, sorry team. I think the last game that we covered was against Juventus. And I've played all these games since then. A 3-0 loss, a 6-0 win, a 2-1 loss to second place Newcastle, 4-1 win, a 4-0 loss. Yes, okay, that's second place Brentford at the time as well, by the way. And they're still second place. Second place Newcastle was second place at the time, by the way. 5-2 to Middlesbrough, 4-1 to Wickham, and now 3-2 to Tottenham. So it's an interesting run of form, I guess. And hopefully it all pinnacles out with a win here against Liverpool to put us into 3rd place. Can we do it? I have no idea, but I really, really hope so. And if you're wondering why I am literally saving the game right now, I am leaving to go somewhere, and then I'll finish the recording later. This is to return us to Champions League spots, where we belong, to be honest. We have the quality. We won the league last year. We should not be down in 5th place right now. If you're wondering, no debut for Bellingham yet. I don't know why I've called him Bellington. But we have managed to loan out Danilo, who is not getting a lot of game time right now. So I'm excited for him to get some time down in, I do feel bad, the Championship. But that probably is his level at this current point in time. He'll be a very, very good player for that Stoke City side. Let's jump into this game though. This is the team that we're going with. We have Eriksen back. But I do oddly feel like playing with that Fernandes man in the central midfield spot as our best option, even though Martinez can do a pretty good job there. Actually, no. We're versing Liverpool. I don't know why I would go attacking like that. Let's be sensible about this rack. So Shaw is coming in at left back though. We're bringing Lacroix out of the starting lineup, not as a punishment really, just because I back this man to play centre back and Shaw to play left back, and the defence didn't really do that well last game. So I guess kind of as a punishment then, isn't it? Oh well. All right, let's jump into this game. Let's come away with a win. It is at home. We're always better at home. And the Liverpool side, since last time we saw them, I don't feel like have improved. I'm pretty sure we beat them quite comfortably last time we saw them. If we take a look at it, they've got Horta, Rice. I think it's just about the exact same team that we saw last time we versed them. I'm double checking now because this is slightly going to bother me throughout the game. I'm pretty certain we beat them comfortably, like 4-1 or something like that, if memory serves me correctly. It was a 2-2 draw. Nice. Okay. It's good to know, Rack. So good to know, mate. 2 minutes gone, and it is still 0-0. It's very important news there. But we do have the first highlight of the game coming our way with 6 minutes gone. A header back to Alisson Becker by Kanate, who I imagine is probably an elite centre-back at this point in time. I didn't quite catch if they still have Virgil. If they do, that is going to be a killer centre-back pairing. I do feel like it's going to be hard to get past today, but I still back us. Martinez in midfield, plays it back. Eriksen smashes it forward, finds Sancho. He's got the pace, but Fabinho brings him down. It's in the mixer, but it's not called for anything. It's not even being reviewed, which is probably fair enough. It did look like a very fair challenge, to be completely fair to that player. Diaz is on the ball, plays it through, gets into Salah. Horta plays it through, and there is no way any of our defenders haven't gone into that. They need to be the first to the ball, and I think that is a fine goal. I think it is. No, it's offside. Get in. We have absolutely been thrown a lifeline there because the defenders have had a lapse of concentration. I don't know how. Yeah, he is just slightly off. Maybe that's why they've had the lapse, but they need to be getting onto the end of that first. They're lucky that has been called offside. And it's 3 shots to 0. It does look like, aside from that chance, Liverpool have created absolutely nothing. So I'm hoping that means this is our highlight. We have just lost it. Thiago into Firmino. We're going to win it back at some point though. No, Salah's in. Salah almost scores the goal. And for some reason, the highlights that Liverpool are getting are turning into highlights. But our opportunities, the 3 shots that we've had, have created absolutely nothing in terms of highlights and actual goal-scoring chances according to what we're seeing on the pitch right now. So let's hope that we end up with a win for us here at the end of the game. This highlight continues to go on, and I feel like it's potentially going to create something for us as Guehi moves it to the right-hand side. Dalot moving it forward into Anthony. Anthony on the right-hand side, trying to find some space. Does play it back to Dalot. This highlight has gone way too long for us to not see an opportunity. It is Anthony just over the bar. Just over the bar. It's not the best highlight in the end, but it is still a highlight nonetheless. We will take it. And we do take this highlight here. It is us on the ball. It is our new centre-back passing it into Luke Shaw, coming back into the lineup. Probably a bit of a rare appearance for him with that new signing coming in. But he is going to do his best to make sure he locks down that spot. If he plays super well here, I can't see him doing anything insane. So let's take a look at what he does in this game. Let's give him a fair run, actually. Anthony moving forward, playing it down onto the left-hand side. Sancho can't get onto the end of it. It's a very back-and-forth game here as Salah picks it up, plays it wide, trying to find some space, gets it into Horta. Horta, I'm sure, he's heard me talk. Okay, he's lost it straight away. And actually, that's led to a goal. Luis Diaz has managed to put it into the back of the net, made it 1-0. Now, I don't know if that's against the run of play, really. The stats are kind of skewing, and it doesn't really tell the whole story because the highlights that we're seeing are all going Liverpool's way. It does make me think that even though the stats aren't really in our favour, it does look like Liverpool are the dominant of the two sides. And I think this one could be onside as well. I'm not sure at all, though. I'm really hoping that it is off. It is on. 2-0. It does feel slightly harsh to be 2-0 down. But it's a well-played move, and you do kind of have to respect this kind of football. Horta into Salah, there's no way he's off. He's just done the goalkeeper. That's so well taken. You have to respect it. You absolutely do have to respect it. but 10 minutes to go. It's not the position we wanted to be in. It's not too late for us to come back. If we score now, it's certainly going to be all on. But we lose it again in a very important position, and we let Diaz, a goal scorer, a pacey man, run forward with the ball. We got to win it back. We do win it back, and it is our new centre-back playing it back to Lafont, into Guehi into Dalot. Dalot moving it forward? No, plays it back, but at least we've held on to it. Martinez maybe could be the reason we're not playing incredibly well, and I'm not really disrespecting him. It's just him as a central midfielder could be a new thing for him to have that kind of pressure, but I'm not going to complain, as it's kick-started an opportunity for us with a solid pass into Sancho. It's a pretty easy pass, but and as a Sancho pass into Rashford, that has led to a goal. But maybe I'm insulting him for absolutely no reason. But I do still feel like we should be slightly higher on the XG, and actually we should be all squared up in this game. Eriksen, very tired already. So we're bringing Mikhail on. It's got to be done. It just does have to be done. He's scored in his last game. He has to come off the bench this game. It was always going to happen. And he's getting the opportunity once again for Christian Eriksen. Mikhail comes on, and he is our only substitute at half-time. With only 35 minutes to go, we need something to happen. So we're going to move on to a positive mentality. Not attacking just yet, because I don't feel too worried about us not being able to get into this game at this point in time. Still feel like we have a pretty decent chance of finding our way back into it, but we do need the highlights to start coming our way, just like they are right here, right now. It's not us on the ball, and we do kind of need to be on the ball to be scoring goals, unless, they have a real mare and kick it into their own net, but I just can't see that happening. It is our new centre-back, GV, playing it into Shaw, Shaw into Sancho, Sancho back to Shaw, Martinez looking for space, plays it back to GV, trying to move it forward, does find Martinez. Shaw into Mikhail. Mikhail, great ball over the top. Sancho probably should be scoring that. I mean, it is probably well defended by the goalkeeper. You have to respect the goalkeeping save. But I do think that Rashford should be scoring that. And it's a beautiful ball over the top by Mikhail. You do kind of expect him to be tucking that away with his goal-scoring record for us. I'm seeing a highlight occurring off screen, well, because the screen isn't showing what's actually happening right now, but I know people are tired, so we're bringing Sancho off. We're going to bring Nkunku on, and we're also going to I feel like bringing Bruno off is a terrible mistake, so we're going to bring Martinez off, and we're going to bring on Diaby. Switch that, have two inside forwards. Yep, that's the plan. Mikhail, I think, is going to be our deep line playmaker on defence. I know that sounds stupid because he's not really suited to it, but I would much rather have Fernandes as that more attacking central midfielder than Mikhail. And I think you kind of got to do it at that point in time when you're pushing for the win. I think Bruno is going to be the difference maker more than Mikhail. Sorry, Mikhail, but I do clearly love you. But yeah, Bruno was a bit more of a solid option. Although Mikhail is on the ball here. He's looking for space. He plays it all the way back. I don't mind it. GV into Martinez. This could be our chance because that highlight has not seemed to go their way at all. And it's a real highlight. I can tell you that. It is Mikhail shooting it just into the arms of Alisson. You love to see him getting opportunities, but not quite taking it there. And can we see anything happen in the last 10 minutes of this game? 2 goals are needed to get us into European spots. I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry, Champions League spots is what we're aiming for. I can't see anything happening now. 2 minutes to go of normal time. I've got to make the 2 extra substitutes. Hannibal is going to come on. Bruno is tired, so let's do a wee switcheroo. Get Mikhail back into that slightly more attacking role. Dalot to come off and Justin to come on as well. Can we see anything? Can we see a highlight? We are not seeing anything, and we have lost back-to-back games in the save. And I'm starting to think perhaps this tactic is not the way to go. Because we are on a terrible run form. Well, not a terrible run, a very average run. And it's the tactic that has won us the Prem. That's not doing us justice here. I'm not going to panic too quickly, but I am panicking. I'm definitely panicking. I'm looking forward to this Jude man coming into the squad. I imagine it will go across the line. You know what, while I'm talking, doing my outro, I will simulate forward very quickly to see if he does get confirmed. I'm sure he will get confirmed at some point. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't go across the line. There's no other teams bidding for him. I think he is coming to Manchester United. There we go. to end this episode on a high, after 2 very disappointing losses, Jude Bellingham is a Manchester United player. An incredible signing, and of course he's going to slot straight into that position as our box-to-box midfielder, I'm going to say, because he's going to be so good at coming back and forth. Enzo and Caicedo are also going to be absolutely beautiful for us. And that, I mean, those two are out of the squad, and they are 2 really, really key players for us, playing incredibly well this year. Enzo as well, playing very well this year. Maybe I'm disrespecting them by, not considering the reason that we're playing so poorly right now is them being out. So actually, that could end up being it. Let's hope that that's it. But now we do have Jude Bellingham. What a signing. And that is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button as well as subscribing so that you don't miss more Football Manager content. And I'll see you all later.